Evening, Miducks. How are you guys in the chat? Get your comments in. Please hit the subscribe button and like the video as well. Help this channel grow. I'm Lee Chappy. For tonight, we're going to do the lineup predictions with you guys in the chat. You're going to pick the lineup. We're going to talk a bit about the Leicester versus Spurs at Spurs' Stadium coming up at the weekend. So get those comments in as we go. Leicester take on Spurs, probably one of the toughest fixtures so far I think we're going to have. They look very, very good, to be fair. I know they lost against Liverpool, but they did create some chances and probably could have won that game, in all honesty. I think they hit the post. They hit a couple wide as well. They seem to be a team like how Leicester were playing in 2016. They do hold tight and counter really hard. They are a counter-attacking side right now, Tottenham Hotspur. It would be funny if they won their Premier League title this season, how Leicester play. Let's hope they don't win the title, though, eh? Let's hope Leicester, the Brendan Rodgers' boys, can turn this momentum around, because, to be honest with you, it's not been looking great for Leicester overall. We've been okay. I've got to say, though, it's touch and go at home. I don't know what it is about our home performances. I don't know why we put out this defensive side and we don't play. And the thing is, when we play away, we play a lot better. We play it how we should be. It's a strange season. Maybe it's something to do with the 12th man, less fans in attendance, especially at Leicester. We've got no fans in attendance at all because, yes, we're still in tier 3. We've been in tier 3. I think we've been in lockdown restrictions since the start of lockdown in March. We're about the only city in the country that's had no non-restrictions taken off, so to speak. We've had no belt off. We've been strapped in for quite some time, so it's not good. Get your comments in. I'm going to get those read out in a second. But Leicester struggle with sides that hold back. You only got to look at Fulham. Fulham beat us 2-1. They held back and countered. And again, Brighton, we beat Brighton 3-0. Everton, the last fixture was ridiculous. They sat really deep, defended really hard, and broke away and scored goals. That's what you've got to do to beat Leicester. Some teams seem to be working that out. I'm a little bit worried about there's no plan B. That's the problem we've got. Now, in good news, before we start doing the lineup picks with you boys in the chat, some good news for you. Timothy Castagna looks like he will be coming back, as well as a few others. So I'm just going to quickly read out a couple of things. Brendan Rodgers has been speaking to the media, discussing the latest injuries. Timothy Castagna, Ricardo Pereira, and Kagalu Soyuncu. So here, this is it. So the full injury rundown. Castagna is a possibility to come back. He is fit, and so is Daniel Amate too. Ricardo Pereira, not so much though. He looks like he could still be out for maybe another week or so. Soyuncu's still out as well. So I'm going to have a look at the lineups and see what you guys think in the comments. Good night, mate. Good night. Sorry about that. Right, where were we? So let's get this cracking. Right, so how would we line up against Tottenham Hotspur? Obviously, we're going to put Kasper Schmeichel in goal. That's, again, I'm not even going to dispute, even argue about that whatsoever. But here's the thing: Tottenham Hotspur sit with a 4-4-2. Okay, that's their last formation was a 4-4-2 with Davies, Dyer, Anderweireld, and Uyora at the back. Obviously, Lloris, can't even say his name. Lloris in goal. And they sat, and they've defended really well. Jose Mourinho has got that back line strong. It's a strong line. They hold their line so well. I watched the game in the week against Liverpool versus Spurs, and I got to say, Liverpool, although throwing everything at them, they couldn't seem to get through much. That's the problem Leicester have got. Leicester getting through. If they can somehow disable our threats from Harvey Barnes, from Jamie Vardy, the speed that we have, if they can disable that like Everton did, I don't see how we're going to win this game. I don't see where we're going to pick up points at Spurs. I'm a bit worried. We are only a point off of them, but maybe a draw. Would you take a draw away? I'm not so sure. I'm not very positive about this game at all. But get those chats in, and and we'll see what you guys are coming out with on the team lineup. So we're definitely going to go with Kasper Schmeichel in goal, 100%. Spurs are going to win this, says Jarhead. I'm feeling the same, mate. Evening, Ian, as well in the chat. Welcome to the chat, pal. Are you Brendan Outley? Why would I be Brendan Out? We're in the top 4. We've gone to the next round, round 32. The rounds of the Europa. I don't understand. Where's this coming from? Sorry, I'm a United fan, but I predict 3-1 win for Spurs, says Zach Mortis. That's all right, pal. Honestly, I'm not so sure we're gonna pull it out of the bag, to be honest, either. By the way, there is a there is a watch along on Sunday as well. The link is already pinned in the YouTube. I think it's in the chat actually already. That's here. You can have a look at that. That is already there. The comment is being posted as we speak as well. So hit the comment, hit that link, and give it a like as well, and help the channel. Help the channel, because we need as many likes on that as possible before the bloody thing even starts. That's Sunday at 1:40 here on the channel. So please go and do that. Please just go and do it. Right. What defensive? What are we going with? What formation do we go with now? If Timothy Castagna is back, does Castagna go right? And does James Justin go left? Or does James Justin go left and Castagna go right? Talk to me in the chat. Where would you put Timothy Castagna? There he is, Mr. Castagna himself. If he gets to play, I can imagine he's going to play. I don't know if he's going to start. Who knows? But where does he go? Does he go right back or does he go left back? Where does Timothy Castagna go? I'm going to wait for you guys in the chat to tell me. Justin is going right back, says Jarhead, and Castagna would go left. Madwari says right. So we're going to go, I think, Justin being better on the right, though, says Ian. Okay, so let's put Castagna on the left. Okay, between us boys, we can work this out. Now, are we going 3 at the back and wing backs, or are we going to go 4 at the back? That's the next question. That's the next question. Johnny Evans will be eligible to play as well. Do not forget that. So we will definitely be having Johnny Evans on. That is almost a certain that Johnny Evans is going to play. Justin on the right, says Mawadara. Right, James Justin on the right. There you go. So Justin on the right. Okay, I'm happy with that. Castagna is better at the left, says Jahed. He is. Castagna left back, and if Justin is having troubles against Son, and then swap them over. That's the thing. Son at the minute, Son is being treated almost like the number 9. Harry Kane's now a CAM, I suppose. He's changed his position and changed the way he plays, Harry Kane. Son is now that engine and has that speed, but the two of them together are a deadly force that I'm very worried about. And don't forget, you got Lucas Moura as well, and Dele Alli as well is coming back into this. I don't know what the situation is with Gareth Bale either, because he wasn't even featured in the squad against Liverpool. I assume he has some sort of injury. But let's go back to the Leicester lineup. So far, you guys in the chat are saying 4 at the back. Jarhead says 3 at the back. Henry says 4 at the back. Castagna left, Justin right. I think 4 too. I think 4 at the back too. Fofana has got to go in there. So we're going to put Fofana in as well. Little Wes, not big Wes. So that finishes our back line. That's looking decent. That looks like a decent back line to me. I don't know about you boys, but I'm quite comfortable with that back line so far. 3-5-2 like we did against Brighton. Now, if you have a look at let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at the lineup that we played against Brighton. So we played against Brighton. We had Fofana, Evans, and Fuchs as centre backs, and we had Justin and Michael Brighton as wing backs. Right, okay. I think Ndidi will be freed up now to play holding role. personally. So are you guys going to put Ndidi as the holding role? Who agrees with me? Ndidi's got to be in the holding. He's got to be. Over Mendy. Would you go Ndidi? I'll wait for you guys to confirm. I think so too. Big up S. Wilson in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I would go Ndidi in the middle. I think he's all round. He's a better player than Mendy. That's not knocking Mendy. Mendy's had a cracking start to the season. He's done what he's had to do, which is replace Ndidi in his position, and he's done flipping well at it. But it's got to be Ndidi as the holding mid. It has to be. Yes, Ian. It's got to be Ndidi. Okay. Who's next? Because Youri Tielemans, for me, it was a little bit off the gas on the last fixture against Everton. I think he was a little bit... He's been off the gas for a while. He had a few moments. One, I think it was a Europa League game. He had a really good game. But I think he's been quite off the gas myself. So do you play Tielemans or do you play Maddison or do you play both? Or would you prefer Dennis Praet? Get that in the chat. I want to know what you guys are saying. Where are we going next in the middle? Never mind the fact that we've got who have we got to put up with? We've got Holberg and we've got Sissoko to deal with in the middle. There's quite a lot of good players. Spurs have got a good side. Are we going Maddison in the middle? I think James Maddison again didn't have the best of games at all. Against Everton, I felt it was one of the weaker players that we had. You're going to go with Maddison Tielemans, Jayed. The Belgian duo, says Moed. You're going to go with Dennis Praet and Youri. See, I think James Maddison is going to be dropped. Praet, Maddison, give Tielemans a break. That's a shout. Right, okay. We're gonna go with Praet and Maddison, I think. I think you're right. I think Youri Tielemans is the one that needs dropping for a bit. I think he's the one off the gas. But where do these players go? Do they go central? Where do they go? Where do we go? Do we go Praet on the right? Do we go Maddison? Where do we go, lads? Praet is a sub player, says Jarhead. Yeah, but you know what? The thing is, where we've gone wrong. Look who's back in the side. To Timothy Castagna. Castagna was playing phenomenal with Dennis Praet and Tielemans in the middle. So I'm thinking, Brendan's thinking the same thing as me. He's thinking that the three Belgium chocolate trio need to be in this bloody lineup. So potentially what we might end up seeing is Maddison actually maybe sitting on the left, Praet maybe on the right, and Youri Tielemans in the middle. You might see all of them. That might be more of a shout. That could be more of a shout. And then we play Perez and Vardy. Do you think? I think keep both them centre and have two wingers. Madders left, Dennis right. That's what I'm thinking too. Maybe even play Aos and Vards. I'm thinking this is what's going to happen. Now, this is my opinion. I will change it for you boys. I'm just going to put it in. I think we've got a chance of Perez playing almost behind Jamie Vardy. Like this. I think we've got potential there to play that. 4-4-2. Basically, okay, 4-1-4-1. But I think that's going to work. I think that might work. What do you guys think to that? Get your chats in. Maybe even play Aos and Vards up front. That's what I'm saying. What about Kenges and Barnes? You see, Harvey Barnes was fantastic. Was it against AEK? Yeah, and The Undertaker as well. Both had phenomenal games. Both of them were unbelievable. But they did nothing against Everton. They did absolutely nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing. Didn't do jack. Nothing. Barnes kept getting taken out. Completely disabled. Couldn't get anything forward to Vardy either. We was useless against Everton. Absolutely useless. I can't see that system playing again for a while. I don't think you're going to see Barnes and Under on the wings. I think you're going to see something different. I think Rodgers is going to try out this. I think this is what he's going to try. Pratt is not good enough, in my opinion. This is done. Why would you not go with Kengers and Barnes? I'm just saying they were both useless against Everton. Jarhead. I'm telling you, as a fan of what I watched for 90 minutes, they were not very. Barnes was constantly threatening, but they both didn't do anything. Maybe they will. Maybe. Where is the Kengo? I think Pratt isn't good enough for a game like this. Okay, so Dennis Pratt comes off. You guys in the chat are telling me that Dennis Pratt goes on the bench. So does Kengez Under come on, or do we put Madders on the right and we put Barnes? Do we put Harvey Barnes on the left? Is that more of a thing? Because Harvey Barnes will be who will Harvey Barnes be going up against on that left side? We're going to be against Aurora, won't he? The number 24. He's going to be against him and Sissoko, I suppose, as well. It's going to be tough. I think Pratt off, Under on. Okay. Put Wilf and Yuri beside each other. So you're going to go with like this. Okay. Highly, mate. Had to finish up with the fam. Lineup's looking good. Mod still glitching for some reason. I have no idea, pal. Welcome back, though. I think Pratt off, Under on, says Eddie. Well, Pratt's now off, but you want Under on. So do we get rid of Perez? And do we go Madders in the middle? And do we go the Undertaker on the right? Is that what we do? Is that the lineup? Is that the lineup that we're going to go with? A 4-2-3-1. Sub Perez, bring Kengers on the right and Madders in the middle. There you go, Jarhead. You see, we're both. That is perfect. Is that the side that faces Tottenham Hotspur in the chat? Please get those likes in the video as well. Let's put some players on the bench. Obviously, we're going to have Danny Ward on the bench. I don't even know why I've turned him off, to be fair. Daniel Amarte might come back in, lads. Daniel Amarte has been injured again for some time. He might get a run out. I have no idea. I don't think he's good enough myself anyway. I don't really rate him overall, to be honest. I don't. But Daniel Amarte could potentially come on to get some run time, basically. I'm going to move him over a bit because there you go. There we go. Who else is on the bench? Let's have a look. I think bring in Perez for Yuri if needed at 60. So Perez is definitely going to be on the bench. Who's going to make the bench? Nacho's obviously going to be on the bench because he's the only striker we've got other than Vardy. So Nacho makes the bench. I think we're going to have 9 substitutions on the bench soon, by the way. 9 squad players on the bench. I think the Premier League are upping it, according to what I've read today. They have declined the 5 subs again. But yeah, there is going to be 9 on the bench soon. Wes Morgan. Yeah, Fuchs is injured, I think. So Fuchs will not be featured, I don't think, in the chat. Wes Morgan's going to be featured on the bench. Surely Big Wes will be there. Yes, he probably will be. In all honesty, let's put Big Wes on the bench. There you go. Big turnout this week, I bet, after your little break midweek. Looking forward to the stream, mate. Oh, I am honestly looking forward to it. The link is in for the watch along. It's a pinned comment as well. So please click that and give it a like, guys, in the chat. It'll really help me out. There's 20 of you watching. If all 20 of you just click the link that's pinned and just press like and come back, mate. Honestly, I'd appreciate it. I really would. Get that watch along up. already would be a fantastic thing for the channel and for you boys as well, because it means more people will see it and more people will come in. We need to be defensive and then counter-attack, because they will try to park the bus. They won't try to park the bus. They will park the bus. That's the difference. They will park the bus and they will hit us hard on the counter. It's as simple. It's facts. The thing is, between the two sides, there's not a lot splitting it either. Between the two sides, there is, I think, between them, there are 13 wins each. 13 wins, 13 losses for Leicester, 6 draws, 32 games played all in. The only thing splitting it is the Premier League title. Who came third in the 2 horse race? I can't wait to banter the shit out of expressions. Oozing sauce. Jeez. No Premier League titles for us, fam. Jeez. And all that. Oh, dear. Hamza's definitely going to be on the bench. You've got to play Perez. The game changed when he came on, and he's been very good in the 2 games we won, says Darren. But where does he go, Darren? Where does he go? Where do you put Perez in this team? Over under? Would you put Perez on the right for under? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that. Ricardo Pereira might. I don't think he's going to feature again, to be honest with you. I think he's still trying his best. Still trying his best to get fit. Hamza Chowdhury might make the bench. You might be right. But there isn't a lot of quality, is there? That's the worrying problem. There's not a lot of quality. I think Mendy will probably make his bench. In all honesty, it'll be Mendy, won't it? Let's be honest. It's going to be Mendy. Let's find Mendy. He will be on the bench. I don't know who else is going to... probably be a Marty off, to be fair. Marty's not going to make that. Hamza Chowdhury could potentially make it. There's not a lot of quality on that bench, is there? There's not tons of quality. There really isn't. There really isn't. Where are you guys in the chat? Stupid to go with Perez over Kengo. I'm not. I'm just asking what you guys are thinking. I personally think Kenge's under will play on the right. Personally, that's my opinion. And I think Perez is more of an impact player to come on in the 60th minute. I hope, Lee, you saw, but I saw Man City lineup. You saw the Man City lineup? I've not even checked. Not even checked. Jaden, welcome to the... he will play 5 at the back, not 3 versus Spurs, and he will play Perez. I'm hoping he plays 4. I don't want him to play 3 at the back. I want him to play 4. And I really don't feel... I feel like that's the team that we should play. What do you guys think? That is about it. Any watch-alongs tomorrow? No, I'm going to be Sunday. I'm going to keep cancelling and reposting memberships. That way, when I have some change, I'll buy it. But if I don't, it won't take money loss. So expect a lot of Winksy has bought memberships. That's all right, pal. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support. All in. First time I've ever missed Chilwell, says Henry. Yeah, but that's probably to do with injuries, to be honest with you. That's a great team, Lee, says Karim. Lee, I say Man City versus Leicester lineup. Right, I'm with you. Let's have a look at that backwards at that lineup against Man City. What did we play against Man City from the start? Leicester played 5 at the back, Justin and Castagna left and right. Yeah, but we can't because we've not got enough players. We've got Soyuncu, Evans, and Amate. It was a 5-4-1, wasn't it? Yeah, you could be right, to be fair. You could be right. I can't believe we put 5 past them. It's mad to think. But, I mean, that's interesting. You know, Justin and Castagna, Soyuncu, Evans, Amate, 5 at the back. And you have Barnes and Pratt left and right, Mendy and Tielemans in the middle, and Vardy up top on his own. That was the team that beat Man City 5-2. 5-2. That's nuts. I think Luke Thomas will be on the bench. I think Luke Thomas will be on the bench too. So we're going to put Luke Thomas over Chowdhury. I don't think you'll see Chowdhury on the bench. There you go. I think that about wraps it up, guys. I don't think we can adjust it any more than that. I think I agree with you guys. You agree with me. I think we've all picked the team. I think that's how it looks. Fun fact, Castagna has one Premier League game for Leicester and scored in it. Bloody hell. I know he's created a couple of assists as well, but Man City and Spurs play different ways, though. Can't use same formations. True. Good lineup, can't lie, but I can only see a Spurs win. However, Leicester and Spurs have freakish games, so who knows, mate. Had to drop Vardy for Barnes in FPL, although Vards will probably score. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. That wraps up the show. Really appreciate it for coming in. It looks like, from your guys' thoughts, that we should play 4 at the back, 2 potentially holding roles with NDD and Tielemans, who's obviously not going to hold, but Tielemans that can bring that ball out with Harvey Barnes. Kenya's under maybe on the right with Madison in the middle behind Jamie Vardy. That's how you guys want it. So that's how you guys have picked it. You guys have picked the team tonight. It's going to be a tough game against them. They are going to hold back and they are going to hit us on the counter. Who knows what side they're going to play? Who knows if we're going to see Gareth Bale? Who knows what side Jose Mourinho will play? No idea. We will not have any idea whatsoever. But all I know one thing is that Son and Kane will definitely be up top, waiting for those balls to come out like they did against Liverpool, because they hardly had any possession that first half, but still somehow got a goal. I'm a bit worried. I'm not going to lie. I feel like the Tottenham Hotspur will probably edge it, but I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Right. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for being here and subscribing. Evening, Jamie. How are you, pal? You okay? Is there anything on the team that you'd change before I shoot out? I'm literally got about a minute left to go and I'm shooting. You look like Chowdhury, says John. I think putting NDD on the right of you to help Justin with Son. So you'd swap that round like that. And that's about it, isn't it? That's all we've got time for, I think. There you go. That fixes that. That solves the Son problem. I don't think it's going to solve the Son problem. Anyway, thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you want to become a member, please hit the join button on the channel as well. 99p. You can put out your custom emojis. If there's any members in the chat, throw out a custom emoji now while we're live still. Show those guys what you can write out in the customs. You took my score, 2-2, the Fox's Arms. There you go. 2-2-2. I'm 2-2 as well. Yes, definitely 2-2. And above all else, please make sure you click on the link for the YouTube's watch along show. We will be live 1:40 here. Leicester versus Spurs. I'm going to try my best to get expressions in at some point as well. I'm going to drop him. I think what's going to happen is he's going to drop me a link. I'm going to drop him a link and we're going to jump into each other's streams. I think that's the idea. So, yes, we will have expressions probably on the watch along during, especially if Leicester are winning. I'm definitely going to go in and banter him. But please join us live 1:40 on the channel. I shall see you all very, very soon. Peace out, guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a cracking weekend. And I'll see you on Sunday afternoon. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.